Meanwhile, her running mate, Tim Walz, the governor, is defending his military service out on the campaign trail amid accusations of embellishing his title and dodging deployment. When Walz was running for governor back in 2018, two Minnesota National Guard vets, including our next guest, wrote a letter against Walz to a local paper saying, quote, "When the nation called, he quit. He failed his country. He failed his state. He failed the Minnesota Army National Guard and his fellow soldiers." So, right now, retired Command Sergeant Major Paul Herr joins us right now. Paul, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You know, a lot of people are talking about this. J.D. Vance compared it to stolen valor. You made the initial allegation back in 2018, so the story's been out there for a while. What about what he has said is wrong?
Well, he continually claims that he's a retired sergeant major. He's not. He's a retired master sergeant. He continued, you know, when the deployment first came up, we started having meetings as command sergeant majors and operations sergeant majors to collectively get our training facts together, because we were, you know, that's part of what we do as sergeant majors, is being subject matter experts in our fields and also responsible for the training of the soldiers that carry out the orders of the officers appointed over us to go into battle.
Right.
That's a pretty high priority for us, and he consistently, we were aware of his campaign bid in some order or fashion, being that it was his first one, and he consistently told us as fellow sergeant majors at the time that he was going to you know, go on the deployment. You could, as I remember him saying, you can count on us. And at the same time, having backroom conversations with other people, other entities inside the Minnesota National Guard to ensure that he could retire. He subverted the chain of command. He went around the chain of command. The brigade sergeant major had no clue. These are all important facts, and he did it to continually feather his own bed. That was the shameful part of it. And then, of course, he never entered into the Sergeant Major's Academy. He never did one scrap of work. It takes years. He signed a commitment letter saying that he was going to do that job. He didn't. Yeah. And he was stripped of that title when he left the Minnesota National Guard, yet he still claims to do it.
We did get, the Minnesota National Guard did put out a statement ever since this brouhaha, and it says, among other things, Governor Tim Walz served from, and there's the dates, he held multiple positions within field artillery, and goes on to say, and culminated his career serving as the command sergeant major for the battalion. He retired as a master sergeant in 2005 for benefit purposes because he did not complete additional coursework at the U.S. Army Sergeants Major Academy. What do you think about that statement, Paul?
Well, everybody has to understand, too, that you don't bite the hand that feeds you. So they concocted that there's a very, it was a very political answer. It was a political answer. He isn't a sergeant major. He didn't, and it wasn't because he didn't, it wasn't for benefit purposes. That was the, unfortunately, he didn't complete the coursework because he never entered into it. It's misleading. It sounds like he missed the last test or something. He didn't do that. He didn't do anything. He did it all under the guise that he was going to get something. Remember, we were paying him to do something all along. He was not going to do it. It's kind of like if you're in a small town and you have a volunteer fire department and you pay to train them and they work hard and they train, but they never have to fight a fire. And then you have a fire at your house, or the nation has a calling that you need to go and put your life at risk for. Right. And you as a volunteer fire department say, I think I'm quitting today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a pass on that one, call somebody else.
Well, a lot of people are talking about it, and it's great to hear from you, Paul, as one of the people who put that allegation out there 6 years ago. So thank you very much for telling us your story.
Well, thank you, Steve.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you, sir. And thanks for your service, by the way. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.